Oh, it's good to be back. As you all know, I took a nice 2 month hiatus to clear my head and think about my life. It was much needed, but we've had a couple fun streams so far. I'm glad to be back, but I also missed out on a lot of stuff I have to catch up on. One of those is Freeze the Fall. Freeze the Fall did do their live tour in Canada back in April that I was obviously invited to, that I still wasn't able to go to. But I'm working out my passport, I promise you guys, so I'll be able to go eventually. But I owe them a reaction to a couple of their videos that released from that. So the one I want to get into today, there was Daughters of Witches live compilation from their Canada tour in April, back in April of 2026. Y'all, I don't really know what else to say about Freeze the Fall outside of like, I haven't seen a band like this. What's the right word to use? I haven't seen a band this talented in terms of all around talent, like writing skills, performance, this overall like attitude towards music. Like, and they're also like great human beings. You know what I mean? I haven't ran into a band like that in a long time. We got Corpse here saying, I'm also looking to get my passport so I can see Freeze the Fall in Canada. Yeah, man, I'm with you. I said earlier, I'm one of the few reactors that kind of, I don't want to say in cahoots with, but that they were given early access to that I haven't seen. That haven't met them yet in person. Like I'm one of the few of those, so I want to fix that. But yeah, they're all around good human beings too. Like they're humble. They give back to their fans. They make sure that the fans are happy. Their label is really good about like letting us share the not monetary gains of the videos, which is not the, it's not the main thing, but like they're in cahoots with the reactors and we all help each other. So it's just all around good. Let's go ahead and let's get into this. Daughters of Witches live compilation from the Western Canada tour back in April. Here we go. Their breakdowns are always so cool. Hey, it's one of the few videos I can use the quick buttons. Let's go back to the beginning because I was kind of distracted by how low the audio was. Dude, Arya's bass tone is crazy though. It is crazy. I like videos like this. Every band's done it, but like where it's like multiple cuts of multiple shows over like probably whatever that they consider to be the best audio for it, right? By the way, is this Jesse's like mixing? Sergey did such a great job filming. He was there to film a documentary for Cold Fame and did Freeze the Fall filming as well. Yeah, man, it's really cool. For me, right, and I've mentioned this before in a bunch of my reactions, but as being a studio musician is totally a different thing than being a live musician. Studio musicians, like there's absolutely something to be said in the skill it takes to be like on time, right? And knowing when to cut sound out, bring the sound in. Empty space is big, especially in the studio, because you have so much happening with all the other instruments that are recorded, right? Live is a little bit different where it's not condensed into headphones going straight into the ear holes, right? There's a lot of ambient stuff. So a lot of stuff gets drowned out. So there's a lot of different things you can do. However, when you're live, like it's raw, there's nothing to hide the talent or lack of, right? Back thereof. So I'm huge proponent in like, great studio, they sound great. Do they sound good live? Like I'm a live performer first. So I take in how good a band is live. And from everything I've seen from them, like not only does it sound good, but they put on a good show, right? You can tell that they love their music, which is not a conceited thing. Like you have to enjoy your music to make good music. Sorry, I don't remember my buttons. Like I'm so happy. Like this shit makes me happy right here. You can't see the mouse moving. This crowd, like I don't expect every crowd to be like bombastic and like headbanging like I do. You guys can't tell on here, but when I go to shows, I go all out. The fact that this is like a full crowd for them is awesome. Bro, they're breakdowns. I'm a huge breakdown dude. I love breakdowns that make me want to break shit. Put the break and break shit. You know, Jonah's absolutely rock solid live. I mean, they're all rock solid. This is one of the better like vocal performances that I've heard from them. Not that they're bad, but I just feel like really toned in and sound great. There's no faltering. Like what happens with rock music, especially when you play an instrument, is there's energy being put elsewhere. You know, like look, one of the best rock musicians or rock singers, in my opinion, right, in Chester Bennington, like did not sound amazing. Let me rephrase that. He wasn't pitch perfect live, right? He sounds incredible, but he was flat often. He was sharp often because there's so much energy being put into that singing that it's not about like, I'm going to hit this note perfectly. It's about being energetic and being into it. So like VHS breakdown is mental. Oh, by far the best breakdown, dude. 100% the best breakdown. That's still my favorite from them. Between the video, the song, the way that one's arranged is like, that's like peak for that album, for this album, I feel like. But that's my opinion. Oh, her guitar tone was the other thing I was saying. It's hard to find a good guitar tone that sounds heavy, that's not going to drown out the rest of the band. And she has it right now. Quinn has that. They should take their eyes. Personal traits for us, but I smile. I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for it. Nations hide their eyes. Rose gold chains for us, but I smile. Didn't ask for it, and never justified. It's crazy too to like the contrast between the stages. You know what I mean? I've played big stages. I've played small ass stages where like my band had 9 people in it. So when we played in small spaces, like you're literally like this trying to play the guitar. Like it's crazy to see this contrast. Sick, man, sick. Obviously, like their first performances are going to be not as good as their later performances because they're finding their way as a band. It's their first like live performances of these new songs with all that jazz, right? Now that they're kind of in their bag, like, it's so much fun, dude. It's one of those things where like to be there, not that I was there from the very, very beginning, but pretty early on when they started getting rolling, like to be there from the beginning and now to see where they're at, like how much they've grown. Like as a parent, I don't want to say like I'm a proud parent because it's something different, but like to just see where they've come from and where they're at now and how they're just continuing to get better is crazy, man. And I hope as they get older, like I've seen a lot of bands, sometimes it's within a couple years, sometimes it's within 30 or 40 years where like greed and pride and all this stuff gets in the way. Like I don't see that for them because like I said, they're really good human beings, but I just hope that they continue to stay, at the very least stay stable, but at the most like just, I could see them being like a top charting band 100%. So all of us are proud aunts and uncles. Yeah, I'm a proud uncle. I am an unk anyways. I'm old enough to be an unk, so that makes sense to me. I mean, dude, I like all of the songs on the album. That's another thing too, where it's hard to find. I mean, it's not hard to find, but many bands don't have a full album where like every album is, or every song is a banger. Even for me, I can think of a couple off the top of my head where like every song is like, I'm not skipping that song. There's artists that will release like a 13, basically it's called an EP if it's less than 13, but a 13 track EP. And maybe like 6, 7 of them are good. And then the rest of them are listenable, but not like, I need to hear this again type of thing. This album was full of songs where like, I want to hear that again. You know what I mean? So they're all repeatable songs. I think for me, performance is a big one. But writing, arrangement of songs right now is the biggest thing lacking in the music industry as a whole, because it's so formulaic now, especially in the mainstream, where it's like there's this template that they have for artists and they want to keep them in there. Use these same 4 or 5 chords that every artist is using because it's catchy, right? Like arrangement has sort of really declined, in my opinion, in music. Outside of independent artists and underground artists where there's still art there because that's all they have, it's very much declined. I love that Freeze the Fall is one of those bands that just like keep stepping up their game with their arrangement. And that's one of my favorite things about them is their songwriting abilities and their arrangement. I suck at it. I suck at arrangement and songwriting. Like I usually need a starting point and then I can build up from there and work through it. I don't know their process. Maybe it's the same, but I suck at writing. So I give props to people who can write a good song. Top 3 of my favorite bands or favorite artists, like they know how to write a killer song. RX Bandits are crazy with their arrangements. Ren is another one, totally different, but he writes very meaningful songs with cool changes and all these things too. And then we have Bandmade, who also is in the writing department, is really cool, just like a lot like RX Bandits. Freeze the Fall, writing is so good with their transitions to breakdown. I think what they're really good at is like they can take like a pop style-ish chorus and mix it in with the hard rock elements of the verse and the breakdowns, right? So like you have this kind of where you're almost in the chorus is kind of like floating because of the bringing it back to reality almost, but then you have the more hardcore sections of the song, the verse and the breakdown. And I love that contrast. There's something to be said about a song that just makes you break your neck the entire time, but there's also something to say about the bridging those two worlds of listenability and hard. There's that as well. Quinn, Arya, Jonah, I mean, you guys never cease to amaze, so keep it up. I mentioned this in my last stream. My plan is to rearrange everything in here. It's a mess behind me, as you guys can see, but I'm hopefully going to remove that mirror and get the Freeze the Fall loot that I have. I don't know if I've showed you guys or not, but I have it still. It's their posters. There's a letter from them, which was really cool, that I want to frame and like either hang up or just put on it like on my desk. But I want to put all that stuff up, man. I have it. I want to put it up. So my plan is to do that before the end of the year. I just got to have the time and the money to do it. So if you guys don't follow them already, please go to Freeze the Fall's YouTube and like and subscribe to their YouTube. Check them out on Spotify. They're on Spotify. I think they're on every streaming service, right? Spotify, Apple, Deezer. There's fucking 800 streaming services now. Support them on there. I believe they have a Patreon as well. I'll put all that stuff in the description below. Support them, dude. They're like one of the few bands right now that like I can wholeheartedly say is going to go places. So I appreciate that. And again, thank you, Freeze the Fall, and the whole team there and everything for allowing me to have these early access to your stuff. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And please do remember that good vibes are contagious.